boy. What it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely. I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. You do not have to check your feed. It is not a review. Excuse me. It's not a throwback episode.
That's true.
Not brand a throwback episode.
In full effect.
Man. We back, man. We had to take a week off. My apologies. Had some technical difficulties, but we back, man. Even though it's slow out here. I was in the city this past week.
For sure.
I got to holler at our girl, QC, man. Shout out to QC Kitchen. She told me, AB, she said, if y'all put another old ass episode up, driving down to the A, I'm pulling up on y'all. So,
because she done heard them already.
She heard all the old shit. She don't want to hear that no more. She needs stuff to do while she in there cooking. And let me tell you this, my nigga.
Talk to me.
If you ain't made it through there yet,
I'm bushing.
Listen to me. Everything it was cracked up to be. Maybe the best macaroni and cheese I ever had in my life.
That's all I need to hear.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Fire.
That's all I need to hear.
Absolutely. Next time you're in the city, man, y'all in Nashville, y'all stop by QC Kitchen. This is not an ad. This is genuine. Go holler at our people. It's a must stop for soul food in Nashville, man. What we got this week, AB?
Hey, man, we got weekend review, man, coming up as we wait on some releases to finally drop. Couple things popping off, though, man. Your boy Hit Boy got some things off his chest. Puff is in the race to buy BET, possibly. And the Troy Ave Tax Stone trial has kicked off. But first, it's springtime, almost summertime. The weather has been pump faking a little bit, though.
Man.
It's been pump faking a little bit, man. So that you know what that means. Tour season, festival season has arrived. Drake announced his tour with 21 Savage. Dreamville's Dreamfest tickets went on sale. They were flying like hotcakes. A couple of other people, obviously, shout out Beyonce shit. That's probably gone already. I don't even know why that's. That was probably gone before, nigga. That shit was even announced, nigga.
5 minutes in.
But it's, of course, other festivals, Rolling Loud's popping off right now, and Broccoli City in D.C. This is Drake's first tour in 5 years, by the way. So my question is, which one will you be going to? Or if you're past that, if you're out of your prime, which one would you go to if you were still in it?
Great question. Definitely past my prime, not going to any of those shoulder-to-shoulder events. Shout out to the group chat, Extra. I mean, all of us, I think, kind of had that similar feeling, man. We've passed the festival stage age. But, I mean, VIP, you know, away from everybody, not to sound bougie or smug or anything. I just ain't with the shoulder-to-shoulder no more. So I probably will miss all of these. But if I were going to one, I'd check that Drake and 21 Savage out. I've never been to a Drake show. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see him go off and, you know, do his whole thing, even without 21 being there, and then bringing him out and doing some up-to-date new shit. So I feel like that would be the most bang for my buck as far as what I like. The festivals, little too many acts for me. I'm not familiar with as many of them, so I feel like that I would probably get bored there, probably only wanting to see the headliner or some shit like that. But maybe if they do an old school, like, I guess our age would be considered a festival. I mean, our age would be considered old school now. So if they did a festival with like the acts of our era, I may check that out. Depending.
You mean like 90s? Or you mean like Legends of the Streets, like with Jeezy and Gucci?
Yeah, like Legends of the Streets, but like a little bit more to it. You know what I'm saying? Like real deal headliners. I feel like all of them I fuck with, but then just even a bigger name or something, another draw to it.
Yeah.
I would fuck with that. What about you?
I feel that. The Drake thing. So first of all, part of me wants to go to the Drake tour because I mean, come on. Like,
all of you want to go to the Drake tour.
That's true too. But the problem is 21 Savage he doesn't perform well to me. He's very stiff. He comes off very too cool for school. Whereas Drake brings a lot of energy to his shows. I went to the him and Future, that tour. Which I believe was the last one. I'm not really sure, but that sounds about right. About 5 years. Sounds about right. So I went to that, had a great time. You don't really realize, you think Drake has a lot of songs. You don't really realize it until you go to his show. Like, that nigga's catalog is insane. And not even just his, but like features it. When he goes to his medley shit, Like, dude run is incredible. Like I can't even front. Like I know I'm a stand, but like objectively, dude got so many bangers. So you're gonna get your money's worth at a Drake show. I'm gonna be honest. But I don't know about 21. 21 gonna stand on there and walk around real slow and with shades on and not really give you nothing. But Drake is gonna take care of you. In terms of these tours, I mean these festivals though, I've never really been a big festival guy. But if I was, as you just already said, and how we talked about in the group chat, VIP me, please. I just don't want to be sitting in the grass, standing room only. None of that shit. I need shade. I need a bathroom nearby.
A seat, nigga.
I need a seat. Yeah. A comfortable seat.
Right.
And I need room. I need leg room. So you're not going to get any of that at a tour sitting on the grass. But I would do, I like Broccoli Fest. It's a DC joint. I kind of like that. I would pull up to that, but I'm not going to. I may buy a shirt. I may support with the merch, but I ain't going. But and the Dreamville shit look kind of dope too, because Drake is gonna be on there too. So, I wouldn't be mad if I hit that as well.
Do you, at this stage in 21 Savage's career, do you think that his stage presence would be something he would address? You think he would hire somebody, be like, hey man, if you were him, would you advise that against him, or you'd be like, nah, I mean, it is what it is?
Nah, you need to, especially nowadays, bro. You know how much concert tickets cost, bro?
Yeah, people paying for the experience more so
bro.
than just the songs, bro. Like at least you got to be funny. Like if you ain't got good stage presence in between the songs, you got to like I ain't gonna say tell jokes like a comedian, but you got to be funny. Like make people appreciate that they there.
Man, make people feel like they got their money's worth, dude. Like it's gonna be rough times, and these tickets are smacking. Nigga, the fees cost the same as the ticket, bro. Like, make people feel like they got their money's worth. He's too stiff. He's too cool. Lil Baby has the same issue. I'll tell you that right now. Go do a Lil Baby show, dude. I don't know if he's improved. Let me not put it on him like that. But I know when he first came out and was first blowing up, he was very stiff.
It's hard.
Too cool. Like them, that's a problem, dude.
I mean, but what do they? So they can't. Niggas ain't gonna dance. They ain't gonna be jumping around.
You ain't got to. Drake don't dance. Thankfully.
Don't believe it.
I don't want no niggas dancing on stage. I don't believe Drake Chris Brown, which I'm not gonna go to.
I don't believe Drake don't dance. Moving right along, man. Your girl Nicki came out with the single not too long ago, maybe a week ago, and news has leaked that she's creating her own label. This is fresh off a shout out to Ice Spice as well. AB, I want to ask you, as Nicki Minaj starts to venture into ownership, starting her own label, is this a big deal, little deal, or no deal?
Man, this 5 years ago would have been a big deal. Now it's a little deal. She got a roster. She got 5 people already signed.
Have you heard of any of them?
I had not.
Oh, man.
No, and they're not all rappers. Some of them are Afro soul, Afro beats. One of them is a rapper from Maryland. Another one's from Queens. Another one's from the Bronx. So she got New York repping. And she got some island joints in there. I'm not mad at that. Some of them's dudes, some of them chicks. I'm not mad at this. It's just too late for it to be a big deal. Let me say that. Speaking of M Extra, I remember when he was on the show and we talked about, why does Nicki not have a record label? He's like, oh, because she's a female. It's harder for what? Nigga, go file the fucking LLC for $150, dude, and get Nicki Minaj Inc. Like, what are you talking about? Pink Friday Records, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Should have been done this. I understand it takes work. It's not easy, but I feel like the seeds should have been planted earlier for us to care enough. It seems like she's trying to transition to her new position, because that song she put out was some slaw. And the songs that she put out last year were mid.
She was ripping it though.
I don't like that. To me, that's lazy. That Lumi D, that Wayne Wonder, that Sean Paul. Too many people have used that riff. It's old, dude. Like, I don't want to hear that no more.
She was ripping it.
She might have been.
That's fair, but it was an old concept.
Like, come on, man. Like, give me some. And then the one she came out with last year, the Super Freaky Girl, that's another sample. Like, it's played, dude.
Yeah, I don't sample too.
Like, come on, bro. Like, so I say that to say it's a little deal. She could do something with it if one of these people pop. It would be a bigger deal if it was Ice Spice. At least that would get headlines. You'd have like a quote unquote star, air quote, at least somebody hot that we know of. That would have been a bigger deal. But as constituted, little deal.
I tend to agree with you from the sense of what you said about the last singles. Like, I feel like Nicki can make a splash. Like, if you're doing a record label, you Nicki Minaj, you like want to be considered top whatever in rap, and you elevated the game forward for female artists. There was no doubt about that.
For sure.
However, when we talking about like her being goated and legacy status, like I want to see you make a splash. Like I don't want to see you come out with a record label with 5 people I've never fucking heard of in my life, bro.
Yeah.
You were right. Ice Spice would have been cool, but even bigger than that, like let her sign a big free agent guy, or let her sign 3 or 4 girls that are popping right now, like some city girls. Make it make sense and show that, hey, I'm a boss too. I'm a big dog. I can make it happen, just like I've been saying all these years. And I don't think it just. It's generic, bro. Like it's like, okay, like you said, it's late. It's 5 years late. If she had done this a couple years ago with these names, maybe I wouldn't have the same sentiment. But being her tenure in the game, how she wants to be regarded, where she's at right now, like it just should have been bigger than this if Nicki Minaj is starting a record label. Hence her lacking the respect that she claims she doesn't get, because it's bigger than the booth. Everybody knows you can rap, dude. It's bigger than the booth, though. Like, and when you start talking about why I don't get the respect that I'm supposed to get, it's stuff like this. Like you coming out with, and no disrespect to whoever these people are that she signed, but
salute to their opportunity.
Not, I hope y'all make it, and I hope 10 years from now we looking at this like, man, that nigga blew up. That would be great, but right now, y'all not them dudes.
Yeah, look, her music. You could argue whether people, if she dropped tomorrow, would people check for it? Her fans will. Her fans not going nowhere. Let's be clear. The Barbs are checking for anything that she got going on.
Mm-hmm.
But the general public, if Cardi dropped tomorrow, the world is listening to it. I don't know if Nicki has that same effect that she once had. So I get the transition, but man, like, bro, who are these people, bro? Who is Nana Fofi? Salute to her. Salute to Tate Cobain. Bro, who is Rico Dana? Like, they might be tough and everything. I haven't listened to their stuff yet, and I plan on checking it out just to see. But like, bro, I don't know what this is. This is, like you said, it's not a splash.
This isn't limited to Nicki Minaj. We had the same criticism for Lil Wayne not too long ago when this nigga was talking about doing the new Young Money.
No,
had this Drake knockoff, and you had this,
Yeah, no, don't do that. We don't want that at all.
Drake knockoff and the fake Tiger and all of these new niggas. Like, you a GOAT, bro. Like, use your leverage to do the shit similar to what Rick Ross did when he was putting MMG together, bro. Get you a Wale. Get you a goddamn, who else was it?
Meek.
Yeah, Meek.
Almost had Nipsey.
Yeah, in conversations to have Nipsey sign with you and that big splash that he was making, even though those were recycled names with Omarion and all the other guys, it was big. It was a splash. It was like, okay, Ross is for real. And that elevated him to another level. They just not, it's not, this ain't it, bro. It's not.
Guess what the name of the label is?
Pink Friday.
She doesn't have one.
No way. So the press release came out with no official name for the label. Like that's
how do you have people signing you with no name?
That's what I'm saying. We're supposed to regard you as a GOAT, though. Like you, Jay-Z, Nas, you want to be mentioned in the same conversations as people like that. Like, nah, what are you talking about, bro?
No name is nuts.
Label, right? Just leave it at no name. I don't need a name. Jesus.
Yeah, I hate that. Because
Minaj is frustrating because she could be.
I agree.
I feel like the bridges that she's burned have limited her. Like she probably could be the biggest name in rap right now if she didn't have beef with like the female, all the rest of the girls that are popping.
She's still throwing shots.
That would have just elevated her. Like if I'm fucking with Meg, as big as she get, as bigger I'm gonna get because everybody know what it is and what I done. But instead, she like beefing with her. That's nuts.
And she threw a shot at Meg at the whatever festival that was.
That's what made me mention that. And again, who cares if they sneak this in you? You supposed to be like here. You at the top for the people that are listening audio. Like you here. If they shooting up at you, okay, that's cool. I'm the GOAT. They supposed to do that. Niggas gonna take a shot at LeBron every day. So it don't be lining up when she responds to all this bullshit. And now I'm shooting down at Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi or whoever it may be. She getting to arguing with him on Twitter. Like, come on.
But read the room though. Megan hasn't popped her head out since the trial in which a nigga shot her. Like read the room. Why are you dissing her now? Like that, bro, like come on,
That's
bro.
a
Like
good
you
point.
look.
That is a really good point.
You look tone deaf, man. I don't know.
That goes to the frustrations, we have with
Facts.
All right,
moving on, man. Your boy, DJ Akademiks. It's been a long time since we talked to him. I'm actually proud of us. But this one was interesting. DJ Akademiks posted a tweet from MetroBoomin. MetroBoomin put out kind of like a cryptic post, what people think is in reference to Hit Boy, which we'll talk about in a minute. But DJ Akademiks posted it, and MetroBoomin commented and said, "Hey, man, I'm politely asking one more time that you please not post me or anything to do with me on this page. Thank you," with the handshake emoji. Man, Akademiks responded and said, "Respectfully, my answer to your request is fuck no. Get the fuck off of my page. I don't post for you, nor do I care what you think about what I posted about you. Sincerely, Big Ak." My question, who's right, who's wrong here? Ak for refusing the post or Metro for the request?
The Big Act was disgusting.
Yeah, it's nasty.
But I hate to side with Akademiks, but I have to. Bro, quit lurking on my page telling me what I can and can't post. I make money off this shit. Nigga, take your ass on. Like, I don't like the act try to be tough, though. Like a very simple fuck off would have rung a lot harder. I ain't got a big act in it, man. Fuck off. Like, yeah, fuck off. That would have killed him. Cause now, like, all that polite shit, man, I don't give a fuck about how you come in and requesting shit of how I run my business. Nigga, you ain't putting no money in my pocket if you MetroBoomin. So for him to think that, I can just politely ask and maybe he'll consider it, dude, fuck off. If I was acting exactly what I told him, so I ain't mad at the response. I don't like how you try to play tough guy though. That's what I don't like, because you a nigga is, and rightfully so, moving around with security, and you're not tough guy if you ran into MetroBoomin like that. And I don't know how tough MetroBoomin is. I just know that you wouldn't talk to that man like that in his face. So I don't like that response, but I get the sentiment though. My nigga, get the fuck off my page. You don't like it.
I ain't gonna lie. The response is funny. It's entertaining. Yeah. It's over the top. That's usually how he is on his computer screen in the safe confinements of his crib, which is where most people get tough at. Like you said. Now, if they're out there rolling loud and they run into each other and entourages and all of this shit, who knows what happens? But that'll likely never happen because Akademiks isn't outside like that. Like, that's a fact. I don't know when the last time. I've never seen his legs, dude. Like, when the last time you see Akademiks' legs? He has been sitting behind a computer screen, torso up, for the last 5 years, dude. So once the complex shit ended, dude, we never saw him, the lower half of his body, dude. So that's there's no reason to think anything is going to escalate or happen. I can respect MetroBoomin asking, but I can also respect Akademiks responding in the way he did. And the whole, like, I've asked you several times, like, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here. I respectfully with the handshake, man. Fuck you, dude. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Nigga crazy.
I don't know what his problem is with Akademiks. I mean, I can imagine. It's not saying like
probably the same problem everybody else does.
Exactly. Probably so. He probably just doesn't want to be associated with him, which I can certainly understand that. But he's got a media platform, man, and it's free speech when it comes to that. He can post about honestly whatever he wants to. Right. And I mean, it's more looks for you, honestly.
Right. And the fact that you tried to come at me that way, like, like, I'm respectful, like, that's making it even worse, bro. Like, get out of here. Stop it, bro. That's crazy. All right, man. From there to one of your favorite rappers, Young Logic.
Wow.
He covered Ice Cube's "Today Was a Good Day," Animal Brown. And I just want to know one thing. Do you, after listening to Logic cover Ice Cube's "Today Was a Good Day," good move or bad move for him, man?
I mean, it was a good move because it got him press. If you believe what Eazy-E said, all press is good press. Because, yes, people criticized him and mostly shitted on him for it, rightfully so. But that gets Logic looks. And if I'm not mistaken, he dropped something not too long ago. So now there's Google searches The Google search for Logic has went up. Those views on the video are probably crazy. I'm about to look them up right now. They're probably doing much better than if people had not shared it a million times on social media because they hated it so much. I never understand how people hate something so much, but it's got so many likes and so many retweets on Twitter, dude. If you don't like it, why are you liking it? Why are you retweeting it? I don't understand. But but it was as bad as it sounds. He was singing, trying to do a harmonized version of it, kind of similar to what Drake does when he takes traditional rap shit and then kind of slows it down and sings it, like he did with Juvenile, Back That Ass Up, and stuff like that. He does that pretty often. He does it much better, even though he's not that great of a singer. This just sounded like a reach. Nobody asked for this. Nobody requested this. Nobody wondered, man, I wonder what Logic would sound singing Today Was a Good Day, one of the greatest rap songs of all time. No one ever asked that, dude. And this is where a committee needs to come into play. I forgot who said this a long time ago. They said, hey, man, everything does not need to be sampled. Everything does not need to be remixed. We don't need to, there needs to be some type of guardian to be like, yeah, nah, this ain't it. We don't need you to make this. Go pick something else, dude. This was an L. If we were doing a win or loss, it was an L, even though he did get clicks and looks.
Was it a good move or bad move? Bad move, because it's Logic. Right? It's just bad. Everything you said, +1. However, I am in the minority. I think this slick sounded good. It's just that it's Logic. Yeah. So you like, but man, had he had this idea and had like a little sultry R&B / sometimes I rap chick, like if SZA had done this, people would be fucking with this and like remade the video or something like that, and from a ladies version, man, this would have been fire. Like the tone and all of it is good. It's just like, it's Logic, dude. Like we don't want to hear you do this, Logic. If you had this idea and you had hit up, like I said, an R&B chick or even one of them neo soul, like, bro, if Sir had did this, oh my God, that shit would have been fucking fire. The concept wasn't bad at all. It sounded all right, but like you said, I just can't get over the fact that it's Logic. And the reason that matters is because, one, like you said, Today Was a Good Day is such an iconic rap song. That's one. For two, it meant something. Like that whole, what Ice Cube was going through, the video leading into the part 2 of the video, like that was a time, that was a moment in culture, and you like, it feels like you disrespecting that. You might not be Logic. You may have had good intentions, but it just feels wrong because it's Logic. I wish he had passed this idea to somebody else, man, because now he just stepped on it and can't nobody do it. But as I was listening to this, I'm like, man, if this was like SZA was the person if this was like Summer Walker, SZA, or her, or, like if her had done this shit, nigga.
Yeah, that'd have been hard.
God, that's all I was thinking. This nigga just stepped on it, doing some white people shit.
And that's a problem. One, when you hear something, it can't help but think of who else could have done it and done it better. That's an issue off top.
Great.
Two, and look, Logic had a successful career. It's fun to make him the butt of a lot of people's jokes. I saw Joe Budden go in on him, told him he needs to retire like him because people hate Logic. There's a lot of people he got fans. He's got his niche fan base. But when you hear stuff like this, it just make it sound like something you would hear like going into Walgreens.
It's like
you'd be like, yo, why the fuck did somebody just redo It Was a Good Day? Like, they're like, what the fuck? You would be upset, and I'm upset. He claims Cube liked it, though.
Oh, my God. He probably did, but he probably wished it wasn't Logic that did it. Man, and that's one of the things to what you just said, though. This is the reason why people don't like him. If he's wondering, if Logic is listening to this or his fans are listening to this, man, like, man, why do y'all give him such a hard time? This would have been so fire had he had that idea. And like I said, hit somebody up. It went viral, and they talking about it. Like, man, I wasn't even thinking about it. Logic keep me up. And he was telling me, man, what if you did it and harmonized it? Then we'd be like, oh, okay, the white boy ain't always trying to get the spotlight and do the uber cool stuff that he think that black people like to make him cool because he can rap. Oh, he's willing to like contribute to the culture and give a good idea to somebody else. It was a good idea, just the execution was terrible.
I agree. For those wondering, his album College Park is out now.
No, yeah. For those
you want to hear more, it's great promo for that.
For those people that are wondering about that Logic album, you're right. That's funny, hilarious. What we got next, AB?
Next up, man, a trial that feels like it's been forever in the making. Troy Ave and Tax Stone trial kicked off. Video footage has shown, or there's been accounts of Troy Ave taking a stand, giving his accounts of what happened that night. We all know the shooting that took place what seems like an eternity ago. My question is this is 2 trials in a very short period of time with this hip hop shit. Of course, we had the Tory and Meg. That was a big deal. This, I don't know if people are talking about so much because it's kind of flown under the radar, but it's still going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And to that note, how do you see it playing out?
Us true people, I mean, people that hip hop fans, I think, more niche, they're going to know more about this, like you said, than the Tory and Meg stuff. So I don't think it'll get that big. However, with that being said, I'm not sure how much even this crowd cares about it now, being the fact that Troy Ave hasn't been relevant in a long time since this happened. Facts. And Tax kind of really just missed the Nori, Joe Budden, like that
he
wave
kicked it off.
As to where he did, but he didn't get the benefit from it. He never got the fame from it. It was like Tax was, if you knew about podcasts, then you knew. However, the success that we've seen podcasting grow into, I don't think he was able to experience that and become as big a name as he would have been. So this kind of derailed him. With that being said, that makes me think people really won't care about it. They'll be like, oh yeah, I remember Tax. Oh, I remember Troy, bitch ass, and what happened and all of this shit that went down of that nature. But I don't think it'll be a big deal. How I see it playing out, Troy ever get on the stand, he'll do some bitch ass shit. Hopefully, well, actually, I don't know what happened. I don't know the details of it. Hopefully, Tax gets to see justice because he claims that what they're saying happened didn't happen. So overall, I'd like to see justice.
Yeah, it's first of all, this happened in 2016, which is insane.
Yeah,
it's crazy. A lifetime ago.
That's crazy.
Man, that's pre a lot of shit. The world is completely different. Dude.
COVID made it seem even more different.
That's COVID. That's George Floyd.
Yeah,
that's Trump.
Not only the fact that it was 7 years ago, it was like all of that, like you said, major shit has happened since then.
That's nuts. I don't. It seems pretty cut and dry. It looks like, because again, all this is on tape, dude. And I'm not 100% sure of who is charged with what. I believe they are charging Tax with the death of Trav's friend that was there. Because someone did die. Thus, this whole situation being as big as it is. That was his friend and his bodyguard that ended up losing his life. And so I know Tax is facing murder, attempted murder, assault, and weapons possession charges. I know he has a background. I think he had a rap sheet, if I'm not correct.
Tax?
Yeah. Or he had previous history of he had been in jail before.
Yeah, he definitely had a record.
I don't know if Troy Ave had a history. That's probably not going to bode well in his favor. And again, a lot of this is on camera of what happened. So I don't know how it's going to happen. Well, I mean, what's going to happen? But they said 15. Hold on, Collins' lawyer told us. Ew.
Do you care?
Collins is Troy Ave. You're talking about a 1-year sentence instead of 15 in exchange for testimony.
Do you care how it plays out one way or another?
I mean, as much as I can without being involved. I'm not tied to either one of these niggas. Yeah, and I think Troy Ave's music career has maxed out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I mean, hey man, justice for the homie that died. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all due respect to that, but it's a fucked up situation. Though Troy Ave was fresh in court, though. I ain't gonna lie, he was clean in that bitch.
That's the least he could.
Right.
It's the least that nigga can do, man. Funny. What was you saying?
I'm not mad at him for going on the stand and saying what happened though. He said, "Well, look, nigga came up to me with the pistol. I got to fight and took the pistol away and shot niggas."
That's what he said.
He said, "I didn't want to die."
It just seems
my life for his life, dude. That was basically word for word what he said.
But all of the shenanigans that led up to it were your fault. Like, you created the situation by being a fucking dickhead.
No, that's possible. But wait a minute though. Wait a minute. I don't know though.
He was poking the bear. Yeah, like he was doing like.
I thought Tax was poking him because he was claiming that he wasn't from Troy Ave, that the street that he claimed. I thought that was all coming from tax. I could be wrong though.
If I remember correctly, I thought it was the other way around.
Okay, now it might be though.
Right. I don't know, man. But yeah, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah,
thoughts
for sure.
and prayers to them. Moving on to another quick hit before we get into our wins and losses. AB Puff, your man's is in the race against your other man, TP. It seems like Tyler Perry was rumored in this to be buying BET as well. What are the chances that Puff Daddy is able to pick up the TV station?
0.0001.
Damn. Why you say that?
Shout out to Puff. We love Puff here at the On Deck TV show. Big fan. Always been a fan. Day one. Love the business plays. But he got to stop throwing his name out there for everything that goes up for sale, dude. Like, stop fucking doing that shit. Because I'm going to look at you as an opportunist to try to get clicks. He did the same thing when the Carolina Panthers went up. He did the same thing when the Broncos went. Bro, you're not buying these fucking teams. You're not buying a goddamn channel. You already have a channel that's not working. It's failing, dude. Work on Revolt. Get that to be the new BET like it was supposed to be. And don't worry about buying BET. Let the billionaires handle that shit. Tyler Perry and the other dude. I forgot the other dude name. I'm finna look it up. Robert something or whoever the Johnson. Fuck. It was somebody else that's in talks for it. Let them niggas handle that shit, man. Let Tyler Perry. He already owned it any damn way. He got 45 shows on there. He damn near own it. He owns a piece of it if I'm not. I think he owns BET Plus or some shit. So he already in the door, man. He already at the table. Stop trying to attach a name to every goddamn acquisition, dude. That shit gets on my nerves. But shout out to Puff, though. Stop doing that shit.
If it was reverse, I could understand this. If like Revolt was bigger than BET and he was looking into buying BET to making Revolt's profile bigger, I could see that. However, that's not the case. The case, like you said, is Puff has been, and I guess you get bored, you rich. You might be feeling like I'm in consideration for this shit. I might be able to do it. You float the little press release out there. You get some notoriety behind it. But I would rather see the Revolt be built up. It's still a young TV channel, AB. So I wouldn't call it a failure as of yet. I would like to see him play that out, get some dope licensing, maybe get into some sports with some HBCUs. Who knows? There's a big play there for Revolt and being in the TV world. And I think spreading money over to BET. Nah, I wouldn't want to see that happen. Let Tyler Perry buy it. And then we got 2 black channels. So yeah, like I don't need you having that. But yeah, I hope that it works out for one of those guys and they revamp it and get it like we need black entertainment television to be. But it ain't got to be Puff Daddy. It ain't Puff Daddy can't be the only nigga that want to buy shit.
That's all I'm saying, dude. And it's between Tyler Perry and Byron Allen right now. That was the other dude. But no, bro, stop attaching your name to shit, dude. The Panthers, I'm looking at buying it, bro. Stop, bro. He had niggas like Steph Curry, like, hey, Puff, let me put in with you. Hey, man, that was cap, Steph. You fell for it too.
Steph whiff off of that. That's definitely right. Oh, for real? Yeah, bro. Send me $100 million, please. Thank you.
Wire me that 100, dude. Ain't never seen that shit again.
Tell your dad and your brother to get in too. While we at it. You get a whole curry from a wing here. Absolutely, bro.
I'm gonna finesse the whole family, man. Stop falling for that shit, dude. Shit. Puff trying to start. He got an R&B label, and man, bro, like
he's old, man. He's old and bored, man. Got a lot of money, ain't got shit to do. Thought Young Miami was gonna entertain him, and that she can't. So
that's true. That's over with. Nah, he back out in the street. He got time on his hands now.
It's fun. He's just trying to keep his shit busy, man. What we got next?
Hey, man, we alluded to this earlier with MetroBoomin, but Hit Boy, producer Hit Boy, who's been on fire lately with the Nas projects and a couple other joints too, drops a control-style verse, sending shots at producers like MetroBoomin, DJ Mustard, and Southside, to name a few. The song is over an Alchemist beat, in which Alchemist also rapped over a Hit Boy beat at the beginning. Very dope video if y'all haven't seen it. My question is Hit Boy dropping a control style verse on producers good for the culture or doing way too much?
Man, we ain't used to seeing producers be competitive like this in the open. It's usually behind the scenes, they little slick beefs and rivalries that they have. I ain't mad at it. I'm here for the competitive nature of hip hop. If Hit Boy been doing this shit that he been doing with Nas, he really be popping this shit anyway. He was like this in the verses, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true. He was talking big shit.
This shit a little bit. Yeah. So like I ain't mad at that. Like I'm not mad again, it's in, I won't say it's in good spirits, but in the spirit of competition. I understand what he's doing. I solidified myself as the best. You want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And he telling them, y'all can't beat the man. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah. Hey, I love this. Number one, the song is fire. It's called Slipping in the Darkness. I didn't know Alchemist. Well, I mean, I knew Alchemist could rap, but he's been doing more of that lately. He sounded good over the Hit Boy beat, but this shit stole the show. Number one, the beat is fire. Like the Alchemist beat is crazy, and Hit Boy put his whole life into this verse. I know he was decent on the mic, like he's not trash, but he's spitting on here. And I'm just to give you a really small taste. Like, why producers dissing producers? What the this is what he said. He said, I don't really know, dude. He seemed like a cool cat, but I never once heard MetroBoomin do boom bap. I fuck with Mustard. He can make that ratchet shit with his eyes closed, but I'm starting to wonder, can that nigga chop soul? He also threw, I never heard a Southside beat without an 808 in it. Like but these are disses, air quote, but it's really more like
disses though.
Yeah, it's more like challenges. Like, yo, like flip the script, dude. Stop doing it. Let's be real. We know Mustard got that same tempo, them same claps, the same shit he been doing since he got in the dough. This is a challenge. Like, can y'all please expand y'all sound to expand? Because what that does is it lifts all of hip hop, dude. And I love that he called these niggas out the way he did. Love it. And if these was real niggas, they wouldn't take it like as no slights. They would take it as a challenge. They'd be like, nigga, I can do all that shit. Fuck you talking about. And they make hits in different ways, and they've already proven that they can do. I actually love this shit. I thought it was dope. I'll listen to it a couple times.
If you're a dope producer and he mentions your name and you're not a rapper per se, what do you do? How you get back at?
That's a great question. You got to link up. Say you're MetroBoomin and he like, or say you Mustard, talking about I can't chop up soul. You got to get with somebody. You got to make a beat and get with somebody that would be dope over top of that type of sound. And you got to at least say something at the beginning, like drama. So you got to do something. You got to talk some kind of shit.
Diss him? Do you get a rapper that's gonna diss him and involve themselves in it, or do you just talk your shit at the beginning?
No, you talk your shit at the beginning.
So the rapper really ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, nah, hell no. You just let them body that shit.
If you was okay,
just let them body that shit.
Yeah.
I don't need MetroBoomin trying to get no bars off. I don't know.
MetroBoomin rap though, don't he? Don't he rap?
I don't think so. I hope not.
I thought he did.
There's a couple out there that producer niggas that rap, but man, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, not the. Yeah, we don't want to. But yeah, boy, I guess. Yeah, I ain't mad at it, like you said. I'd love to see how that responds, though. If I was Mustard and I had as much money as Mustard got,
yeah,
Hit Boy, you can do all that nonsense you want to. But listen, nigga, I'm calling Drake. I'm gonna cheat, nigga. All right. You want to play? I'm gonna get Ye. I'm gonna go get some in the crate Kanye shit. I had to pay 10 million, nigga. You gonna hit his soul sample, nigga. And that shit gonna be a hit, nigga. I would have, boy, hey. Mustard a little bit more well off, I think, than Hit Boy. It might not be by a long shot, but if I was Mustard, I'll break the bank.
Are we sure about that?
I don't know. Am I wrong? I would have thought Mustard, as long as he been doing it at the level that he been doing it, Rihanna hits and shit like that. I would have just thought Mustard, like, it ain't by a lot.
Niggas in Paris? I would have thought
he got the. Yeah, that is true.
He got Beyonce shit and he got Jay shit.
That is true. Well, I would have tell you what, if that nigga had mentioned me and Al Mustard, he would have had to spend it. Cause I'm gonna break the bank to show you for playing about me in a verse, nigga. I got some old Nipsey shit in here, nigga. You finna fucking hear this, nigga. I'm taking your challenge, nigga.
I'm here for
that's
it.
Good for the game, absolutely.
Yeah, count me in.
All right, man. That was a weekend review. Before we get out of here,
we got one more.
Yes, sir. I was going to get to it. Before we get out of here, this is the week of the anniversary of the notorious Biggie Smalls was shot in L.A. at the Soul Train Awards. And in remembrance of that anniversary, AB, just wanted to first show our respects to one of the greatest that ever did it.
For sure.
And secondly, favorite big song or verse from you, AB?
This is tough. I've got several, but I'll just say off the dome, probably the Suicidal Thoughts on Well, no, I'm not. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Even though that shit fire, I'm gonna say Everyday Struggle on Ready to Die. I fucking love that song, dude. If I gotta go big solo song, I'm gonna go non-single just because that's a cheat code. I'm going big, with the Everyday Struggle. God damn, I was struggling to remember.
What you going with? Yeah, it was easy for you to say.
Exactly.
Man, what do I want to go with? If I had to go big, today's agenda somebody's got to die.
Hard.
Every time you listen to that and you just go through the whole thing. Today's agenda got 2K. Man, come on, bro. That's one of my favorite ones. And close behind that is that you're nobody till somebody kills you. And that's what we talking about, not single wise. So if we talking single wise, it's One More Chance, easy for me.
Well, yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that. I gotta throw a verse in there. I like The Victory. The second verse on Victory is arguably, it might be a top 5 verse. Any night I perform like Mike Tyson, Jackson, Action, all that. That's incredible today. If that verse literally came out yesterday, it would be incredible, nigga, in 2023. And then also Bone and Big. I really like that verse too. I thought he killed that shit, flipping his style to kind of go with Bone sped up shit. I thought that was hard.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know y'all favorite Big song and or verse in the comments on IG and on YouTube. We got some wins and some losses before we get out of here. Key Glock dropped a new album, man. He's been on a little bit of a promo tour. Win or loss, Key Glock said he offered a rapper $1 million for a feature and they turned him down.
This was funny because he said they didn't just turn him down, like they didn't even respond. They ghosted him. Like
they left him on red.
Disappeared. Yeah, left him on red. I'm wondering, did they think that like the money was like? That's really strange. And I wonder who it was too. He said,
"Who could it be? It couldn't be nothing but 3 people, bro,
from Atlanta."
Maybe who in Atlanta charging $1 million?
Thug. He definitely would give Thug $1 million.
What?
Key Glock would. Who you think it was? Me? He definitely giving Young Thug $1 million. Key Glock in that generation.
Hey man, Young Thug is in jail, sir. If you have not noticed,
I'm telling you, this was a while ago though. This wasn't yesterday. It wasn't yesterday. Okay. This was like he said this was before. He said this was even before he had $1 million.
That's why the nigga didn't.
The dude knew he was bullshitting, right? But he said the person's influence of who it was, he knew that the song was gonna go, so he was willing to give up that much of what they was gonna make to get the person on there. Now we talking about an influence in somebody's fan base that he thought would have helped him out in the beginning. That's Young Thug, easy.
He lucky it even got read. That's number one, dude. That's if you didn't even have it, they probably wouldn't even verify it or nothing. Like, what are we even talking about? That let me down, Key Glock. Come on, man.
That's funny.
But it's a W though, because you saved the meal ticket. He don't do features with niggas anyway like that. Like when you listen to dude albums, it be mostly all him.
Yeah, people love Key Glock too, which is crazy.
I fuck with him. He'll be here in Atlanta. Would you go to a Key Glock show?
No.
For free?
Absolutely no.
VIP?
Yeah, let me sit on stage. Sit over to the side on stage to see it. Like, no, I ain't saying that like hating on him, but I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't know any songs. Like I'd go just to nod my head, like, oh, that's all right right there. I would look like such an old man.
Oh shit. Let me get win or loss, man. There's a new PBS documentary on, wait for it, battle rap. It's called The Art of the Diss. Are you here for this?
I'm here for this. The PBS docs be all right. I know you mentioned one on here one time they did about the Black History shit.
Oh, that was like an 8-part series?
Yeah.
That was good as hell.
Baseball. Absolutely. There was one on baseball that was pretty good too. So I'll check this out. I'm here for that.
I'll fuck with this. I'm gonna try to remember to look this up, man. It's called The Art of the Diss. I didn't get a release date, but it's supposed to be on deck, so y'all look out for that. One more before we get out of here. Win or loss, Baller Blocking 2 is announced, starring NBA YoungBoy.
That's funny. I mean, if they wanted to make a splash, they doing it with NBA YoungBoy. The kids is gonna definitely tune in to watch this. One of the most popular rappers of that generation. Don't think it would get me though. The Baller Blocking brand ain't that strong for me to tap back in because NBA YoungBoy is there. So I'm gonna call it an L, but shout out to them.
Yeah, this is a skip. First of all, I thought NBA YoungBoy was on house arrest in like Utah. So I don't know
Utah, I thought, yeah.
Yeah, they're not filming. I know they're not finna film Baller Blocking 2 in Utah. So they're gonna be on slopes.
Plot twist. That'd be a hell of a plot to get Ryan Coogler to do it in Utah. no, get Jordan Poole to do it. Jordan Poole. I mean, yeah, Jordan Peele Baller Blocking in Utah would be nuts. I bet you that. Starring NBA YoungBoy.
I wonder if Utah got any hoods, man. Anybody listen from Utah?
That's crazy. Can't. They're like 98% white.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy, dude. You know, I only think they sell alcohol after 10 o'clock in Utah.
That sound about right. That sound about right. I'm good on the Baller Blocking 2. I don't care if Baller Blocking 2 was anywhere. I don't want to see that anyway, much less in Utah.
That should have to be a live documentary in New Orleans for me to watch that. Like, we tapping in for real this time, like Snow on the Bluff.
Oh my gosh, shit's so slaw.
Snow on the Bluff.
Yeah, that shit trash.
That's classic. I'm out at you.
Nah, that shit garbage.
Snow on the Bluff with Curtis, whatever. The shit down here from Atlanta,
bro. Shit garbage.
That was revolutionary. That was a revolutionary film, dude.
It was overhyped.
Yeah, you thought it was real.
The niggas did think it was real, though.
You thought it was real. Hey, that was some filmmaking right there, man.
Man, on Decker of the Week, man, we going to IG. Shout out to the homie Brick versus God. Always comments, man. We salute that.
Guy.
Last episode, man, he said another great episode. And the biggest thing with P having this negative portrayal too is he hasn't had as many highs to balance out the abysmal lows. That's true. Right. I don't know the last win P has had, bro. I ain't got none of the cereal. I don't want the syrup. I don't want the cake mix. So I can't tell the last PW.
The rice, none of that, bro.
Yeah, so that's a good point.
When you talking about P.
That's a good point. Yeah, if he had more W's to balance out the bloodshed, niggas wouldn't be looking at him crazy with the fake teeth and shit. Give me something to put on, man.
Man, it's been super slow in the music industry, but the ball is starting to roll again. There was an EP that came out just for clarity to Black. Is that how you say his name?
Blast.
Blast. Okay, that's how you say his name. That number 4 with Larry June, Keep Calling. Banger. Larry June ripped that. So y'all check that out. Blast, little EP, 4 songs in and out.
I like Blast. I'm going with some music too. G Perico, DJ Drama came out. I like that tape. That's a very nice tape. I've been following G Perico a little bit. The music never really quite connected, but there was always potential. He finally matched it, in my opinion, on this project. It's called Hot Shots. Again, it's a Gangsta Grills. This is a very, very solid 10, 12-piece project. German Engineering is the go-to song on here.
Have you heard that song about the perks?
From him?
Is that do you know who that is? Is that him?
I don't know.
The song go perk 10. I just popped a perk 10, perk 30. I just popped a perk 30. It's like a little stupid ass dance to go with it.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know if that's him though.
Oh, okay.
This dude from Cali?
I don't know. I just seen Herbo doing it. He was doing a little dumb.
That song, that's a nasty hook you were just singing, by the way.
Disgusting.
It's
nasty.
I
can't think of who do it. Y'all let me know who do that song, man, because I've seen a couple people dancing off of that, quoting like that's the hook. Perk 10. I just popped up perk 10.
The fuck? Hey man, we doomed out here. Another put on. I saw Scream last week. Scream 6. 6. It's cool. It's cool. I think I'm over Scream though.
That's it. That done it for you.
I think this might have done it. And it's 6. Not 6.
Not 2 like regular people, but 6 it took for you to be like, I'm out.
It's not, but look though, it's not bad. Like if I was in high school, if I was in high school right now and I walked out of that, I'd be like, nigga, this shit hard. It'd have been lit. But I done seen 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, like we did when we walked out of Scream 1, nigga. That shit went hard when it first came out.
That makes sense.
This, if you seen 1, 2, and 3, then you done seen 4, 5, and 6. So
Scream a classic, right?
The first one, yeah, for sure.
The first one, classic, yeah.
Because it rejuvenated that whole genre. That shit was quiet. Niggas wasn't watching Jason and Freddy in 98, 99. That shit was dead. So that rejuvenated that, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. They both kind of brought that little slasher vibe back. I'm deep in this movie shit. Don't worry about it. You ain't worry about a thing.
You slid that I know what you did last summer.
That's at 1. I'll watch that tomorrow. Shit. Hey, man, appreciate y'all tapping in for another episode. Again, let us know y'all favorite big song and or verse. Let us know what festival you checking for too. And let us know how you think that Troy Ave case gonna end up, man. That shit kind of crazy. YouTube.com/OnDeckTV show, IG, Twitter, all of that, man. What else before we get out of here?
That's it, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us for 10 years anniversary in May, man. Y'all stay tapped in with us. We appreciate it. We out.
Yes, sir.